beka nyesa me nyi ni kire say that 2014 na wo ka no say that time na de sabi poison ato ma me so sa 2014 no na poison sam ni wo
me pacho that Lumba amfa poison anto mama akosua so obo nyum no se ye mama dru se menum
me che sa time no tie me ka be si say sa time no a 2014 no na sa poison na Ghana fo e de ato ma me se wa so no ana mama me se wa di areho no ntimi nko nipa mu na ne woye ne ho hwe enye yi no na yes that time na 2014 na mu enti de obi ka se ma me bufu ye no me ho me nyini ya nansesem gise ma me se wa no aka ana se odobroni ka na de Lumba de ontumi nkanti asem yi ba ye bosre mu ka bebre aba ebi ne se wa Mr. JB utimi de abufuo wa nwene se Calvin ye maame se wa aba enti de wo ye no ebetimi atete maame ne bantem utimi tena wo platform
na me pacho de Calvin yen de ne intimi ntiti ore ne maame ntem
na what bisa de enti a
no me pacho mabuso asem me se de Calvin yen no na intimi ntiti ore ne maame ntem
e pesa me kire wo se abusua du aye ntwa de
one thing you need to understand is the moment I would assemble to social media, the moment I bushia penny to pack or UTV, assemble any omobushia fibium. I mean, no, I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general.
Make a mother and son. Share a dear woo jebi, what the bay mammy say, wow, on fine chono. Never carving yaw the betchano. As I would say,
Esther, me pacho, who put you we are. Esa ka wodi to Calvin because me no they all can they all
some obet me man akwa other man in kasa we are just listening because some no I can ha say no obet or den ho beto asem sisi ya eno a wo gina ha say wo ye Lumba bi today be na dey obeka je say ye nye young wo dey to aso ye twen
wo akache me mfrel hwe say wo ka say wo defend ba me akosia say wa correct na wo ka say Calvin no say ye ba no emremu anase nkrata so a enye Lumba ba no enti wo gidi se Calvin na de ne ho kowura sa o ha onimu enye ono wo ti ase enye ono
eno e de be bone na eye sa asem no me kan eno no obi anim eye public knowledge enti mpacho eno no e de na eye
obi anim da ho but ye Ghana fo ene ye a friend say Lumba adofo no en ha obi a say Calvin wo papa ni din na o ka papa ni property ho una wo be chirechire mu
no I said it because I said
oh brother mama ka say nwie mi wi ade o wo ka bia utimi ka wada roma so hu and ebiem wo kasa no o say one mami edi nkomo ye jetum one ne di nkomo ebia wo wi a obetimi yes wo bisa mami say die nti na ne ma no menim say die mami abre amo pramani mami nsaka eye ne madia enti aden na ne ma no bibia ye start so de court na enkora yi din wom omu yi omu din frim ele ho nsensam yi we ya ose menka ho enti mo nso mo nwene ho se dia emma no omu nso nim baby a mo nim eno ye masem number 1 and abrantie no onya akwala sa 30 plus ebia ye che no kra ye nche ne kese onim de oye adwene no eye adwuma enti den no take decision say me papa ye wo ex wife ye wo ex husband but ye ni ex daughter and her son me papa ewu ena abusua ene me maame ene me papa yere ensensem asisi wo mo ntem as me eba ana ye emma ye de ehia ne say ye papa na bra bo bebo ye behwe so enti so mo koye bibi sa na mu di o matemo a And I'm up as a change na the omo maame ye no and omo medi achiri. And I said dear bad dear. And me de man no see no. Yenyina ye nim say and I ye ma. So what timinya kukudro etna se say me kunu eyare wo Germany o kasalam se wo kan so obi ne kan ya edi kan ye no operation ni bi wo ho e ma ye ma me hwe no good e na oba Ghana e na ye ma me so nim so obeyare ye no so obi foforo hwe no enti sa asem we e de na ya asem a ye ntimi ma sa ma ni mienu a ye so mu nyina ye yere no enka ho na age se ye ma me nko a na ye kasa o ye yere a ebi a mobenya masomdwie senka ba ye na aba property che na ye ma me che fa wono gidi se ono na yeye ana woni lumba na yeye ana didi wo so bi wode na evidence aba na ya anyi antumu a na kasa ntokwa iko so a nkeye na oba wutimi gitum se mi kunu ose opema bebiri mi ntumi nwo maame George na ne ka nyame na meka Mimi ntumi nwo to nkope obi ne ne nwo na so akope obi ne na wo expect say nipa kro ma me behwe se ana ne papa behwe se me ba ne yenye ne ho ade oye ne ho ade a ho no emeye ma Ghana fo medina temsa and wo kasa biemu so say na o senka judge no 1 week pe na ode ma o mo say wo mo fa nkofa certificate ne mfa the right process and famra no eno so nesa and pese me because lawyer kwisi na onimu se wo de document bi free kro bi so ba Ghana as lawyer no onim se Ghana mra kire se fafa ba bi ansa na wo de aba enti time o mutena se dwene se ye court ye the certificate ni beba no lawyer kwisi enti mi anka nkire om se se wo de fa emra kwai so na wo de abedru enye papa shi ne bekwa akwaje no wo baabi abeye document na me the original eba sana lawyer kwisi nim dia ene na me nim se de osikodi asem ne faaye ade no yesi ye de fa ha emra kwai nie wan fa so ya anye antuma na ye judge na enye enti mi susu se eniema ne bebre wo ho a wo mo na antutu ni ye enye judge no se wonim se ha ne de fa lawyer wadi asem afri bretenten na omo nheda nye lawyer se kra nim se Ghana mrasa na kira how se lawyer kwisi nim na maame ne kokasa ye no bi fa obekọ court no na saa de no onye kra ma emansa no ma start akoso adepa me da se na me yare
o yare nti onje question na bi mana aha better Epa mcho mame submission keto bi mame gina ha said all the kind of mame rebate kana ya say
not Jackie Ebekasa oh she wanted to leave
wait just one minute I'm just passing through and I'll keep quiet. What ya say obi me it went against JB right so wan nwene ho say what he has here no ya and tell you wan nwene ho say numbe nuane bempoma nso wuti aka tell say uye numbe nuanti den eno de wan nwene ho say abusua dua ye ntwa. Thank you.
Jackie, oh, okay.
Sorry guys, I just really want to wrap up. It's a really
is there anything you've learned so far?
It's a really lively debate.
Yes.
And I just wanted to say this. From the little I've tried to research myself. So to put it in a nutshell, this is what I would say. So the whole dispute is over 2 women, one being the first wife, the second being the second wife. So the first wife took a situation to court, a case to court actually, and her claim is she is the legal wife to the deceased person, which is the late musician, and she is basically disputing over, I don't know if it's to perform, is there something about being a widow at a funeral? I don't know. My mom made a comment like that. I don't know, but yeah. So when she went to court, they said to her, okay, if these are your claims, if you are claiming to be the legal wife, why don't you bring us your evidence? So like every jurisdiction, would have their own processes. They state their processes to her, which she's aware of, and she takes in her evidence, and then obviously they're like, okay, this is not good enough. From what I also found out, she was traditionally married before, having that civil partnership ceremony. I don't know if there was a civil partnership ceremony and if she's got evidences to show she actually had a civil partnership ceremony with the deceased. But what I would say is, to conclude, from what I found out, the court is literally saying, okay, you are a wife, but, you are not civilly married to him. You are traditionally married to him. Am I correct or wrong? If I'm wrong, please let me know.
That is what the judgment said, yes.
So she is traditionally married to him and not civilly married to him. So because she took the case to court, the burden of proof falls on her to still prove to the Ghanaian jurisdiction that she is civilly married to the deceased. And from what my research has proven, she's not been able to do that. So for those arguing on a moralistic point of view, I agree with both sides, moralistic point of view, but for lawyers over here, you know what the rule of law is. It's quite stringent. You cannot twist it. We can bend it, solicitors and barristers. We can, depending on what the case is. This is a civil case. So my take is the burden of proof still falls on, the claimant claiming to be legally married to the deceased to still prove that she is legally married to the deceased. Because at the end of the day, it's still a jurisdiction in Ghana and it's up to them to decide. It's not up to any of us. We can all have an opinion, but it's still up to them. I don't want to say this, but I know there's a lot of corruption around the world, including Africa as well. I don't know if people are being bribed or people are being paid for. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. But the facts are yet to be proven in court. And I feel like our dear mom, first wife, she should prove to the court of law that I am civilly married to him. I am traditionally married to him. And if her evidences are not good enough, she needs to find one if she's really legally married to him. It shouldn't be that hard, really. Because if I'm claiming to be a solicitor, all of you would want to know where my license is as a UK solicitor. Or even if I have a law degree, where is your degree? I have a certificate, I have my license, I have everything. This is the original document. So my question, I'm asking myself, what is going on? What is really going on? What is really going on?
Jacqueline.
That's why she's appealing.
I think the problem is
I'm not on either side. I'm just a neutral
Jacqueline,
person.
I get you.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, see, the problem is not she's not being able to prove it. But the problem is she failed to provide the document, pass through the right.
Thank you for giving me
process.
that, because the information I received now was she couldn't. She sent the evidence to court, and then the court said it wasn't a good enough evidence. So thank you for clarifying that to me.
Yeah, she did not authenticate the document. That's the problem.
But was the document sent to the court?
Yes, it was. Yes.
And it wasn't authenticated.
That's the problem. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. But was she aware prior? Was she prior to sending the document in that she needed to authenticate it before it would go through?
They made efforts to authenticate it.
They made efforts.
But they didn't have enough time to do that.
They didn't have enough time to do that.
And guess what? The lawyer asked the judge, should I get someone from the German embassy to come and translate? And the judge was like, oh no, those people, when you're trying to get them, it's very difficult to get them here. And the judge brushed it away and said that she will take care of it. She knows what it's up to her. And I don't know what the efforts that she made to make sure the thing is a legit certificate.
Okay, but it all goes back to the burden of proof falls on our dear mom, to prove to the
definitely.
court of law that she really is civilly married to him. Yes, please.
Jackie,
Yes.
I want to help you, right? Mr.
And then
Bempa.
Jack, no open now,
Mr. Bempa, are you there?
Yeah.
Please help me read paragraph 93, 94 for her, for me, okay?
Okay. 93, 94. Okay. Paragraph 93 and 94. Okay. I read. Besides the lack of certification or authentication.
No, 93. Start from
Sorry,
93.
93. Okay. Let me state that the plaintiff should have attempted to certify the German marriage certificate. By that, she could have tendered in evidence such attempt being a letter written to the German embassy requesting for the certification. 94. Besides the lack of certification or authentication, counsel was to bring the original certificate for the court to cite and compare, since court was informed that there was an original certificate. However, what was brought to the court was an extract from a family book or diary, which the counsel for the plaintiff admitted to in open court. The document therefore could not have been the original or its copy being Exhibit B. Therefore, extracts cannot be proof of a civil marriage between plaintiff and the late Daddy Lumba. The extract is significantly different from the document purportedly tendered in evidence as a marriage certificate.
Okay, Mr. Bempa, what did the extract say, and what did it mean? From the extract that came from the German embassy, what did it say, and what did it mean? Please explain it to me.
Jackie.
No.
I'm
Don't
here.
cut him off.
Jackie.
No, the extract. What did it say, Mr. Bempa? Please, what did the extract say, and what did it mean?
Jackie, this is the whole crux of the matter that we have been arguing.
Oh, I was speaking on mute. Oh my goodness.
Right?
Sorry, Gaby. Speaking on mute. Sorry.
Bring the original certificate and your case will be heard. That's all. We don't have to.
I'm so sorry. And so far, has the original document certificate been?
Jacqueline, we are going on appeal. Do you think, sir, she's mad? She's crazy. She's nuts.
Okay, I know
that she
there's
doesn't
an
have
appeal.
the proof,
So
and she's going on appeal?
if she's got the original documentation and she's ready to submit it during the appeal, I think the case should be finalized, because then there will be nothing from either party to prove. Burden of proof still falls on whoever made the claim, which is our dear mom. She made the claim, so she just has to prove to everyone she is really married to him.
But Jacqueline, the problem is that the burden of proof, lies on the person who made the claim, right? Which is the same as Odobroni when she said she was married.
She made a counterclaim, did she not?
Yeah, she made a counterclaim, but she said she was also married to traditionally, and she failed to prove it. But yet, she was accepted as a wife.
She failed to also prove.
Jackie, that is not true.
She failed to prove it.
That is not true.
That is true. That is true.
Jackie,
There was no evidence. There was no credible evidence.
Jackie, do you know what? Let me read something to you, Jackie. Let me read something to you. Jackie, let me read something to you. Jackie. Jackie,
evidence
let me
to
read
Yo,
this to you,
Bempa,
right?
don't
Jackie,
worry yourself. Bempa,
Yeah,
Bempa,
he
don't
has
worry
to
yourself.
worry himself.
She,
He has to read it.
Ade
It's from the
Jackie,
point. So yeah, he has.
me
Mr.
that's it
Bempa,
for
go ahead
your
and
Jackie,
read
time
it,
telling me that
please.
I'm a
You see,
Bempa,
Thank you.
don't read it because
Jimmy
it's a
no
class.
kasi bi ma
The
o
judgment has
Mr.
judgment.
no,
Mr. Bempa, you have
Junior,
to read it, please.
Junior,
Go ahead and
Junior, let
read
me
it.
let me let me state something on record,
Me
right?
pacho
Jackie,
yeah that's a pa for passing through.
Oh,
Nyame
Adepa,
sure obi jam obi
I
da
have a
Amazing
mo.
question
time.
for JB.
Jackie, I want to read something to you,
I
right?
got a
He's the
question for
reason I
him.
came here today.
Okay, Jackie, just a quick one, a quick one. Jackie, you see, let us understand that before this case began, different cases of similar nature has happened in Ghanaian court. And Jackie, I'll read one of them, one of the verdicts that the learned judge gave. And this is not Mami Akusha Sawa or Dobruni, right? So a
Yeah.
man married, and the wife's the marriage was challenged after his death. The family members said they were not there. The same argument these people are making, right? So Jackie, for the sake of record, so that nobody would think that it is only in this case that our judges are thinking like this, or some people are saying, oh, maybe they may have been bribed. So Jackie, this is a separate case that happened in as far back as 19 something, and the case, for those who want to go and check, is called Kwesin Boache Dixon alias Apa Boache and another versus Kwesin and another. This is a woman who married the man, and when the man died, the family said they were not present, and so the marriage is not valid. So Jackie, I read a part of the verdict that should tell you that what makes a marriage valid. I read, when a man intends to have a woman for his wife, he applies to her family. Jackie, please listen. Let me take that again. When a man intends to have a woman for a wife, he applies to her family, asks her to be given in marriage by taking to the family according to his means the things that the family requests. And here, because they were fancies, the court says 2 flags of ram or 2 akins of gold or whatever it is, or whatever it is. Anyway, let's move on. Upon this, if the family approve, they agree to give the woman this request and the consent, with the first being present alone, makes a marriage valid. Jackie, so this is as far back as many years ago when our court decided that what makes customary marriage valid is the presence
Excuse me,
of the...
was there a case law in your...
Okay,
Yes,
Daddy, can I ask
it's
you
a case law.
Is it
question,
based on a
please?
case law?
Yes, it's a case law. It's here.
Okay.
It's here. In fact, I could send you so that you can check it. It's, you just type Abuaji and another, Kwesin versus another. It's there.
Okay. So that's the case law. Okay.
Yes.
Baby
I got
Daddy,
it.
can I ask you a
Yes.
question, please?
So sorry, nice. But before I finish, so Jackie, don't think that it is the first time this is happening. Jackie, I could read to you multiple cases that our court have agreed that they don't need a man's family to be present for the marriage to be valid. A man is legally, we have a legal age in our country where a man, if I'm 18 and above or some years, especially when a man is even 30 something years, the man does not need to have their family members present.
Well, Mr. Bempa, the girl's family was not even in court to also
JB,
to be a
the girl's
witness.
family are not contesting their marriage. They said that they were there.
No, they were not there to even confirm that yes, they took the marriage.
JB,
They were
they
not
don't
there.
have to be there.
And the person who showed up lied. The person
No,
who showed up lied.
JB, they have allowed their daughter to stay with the man for 17 years.
Come on.
They have named their, they've been going to the house. What more
Is this
consent can they
alleged or
give?
factual?
This is factual.
Bempa, can I ask you a quick question? Please?
Yes, nice.
Just a
Please
quick
go.
one. Okay,
Nice.
so you know Institute of Language, right?
Yes, I know Institute of Language.
Is it a credible institution or not?
Yes, it's a credible institution.
Okay, so the document that the Institute of Language produced in court, what was the explanation they gave as to the extract that was taken to court?
Oh, the extract was in Dutch, so they just converted the extract into.
And then what the explanation, the translation from Dutch into English, what did it confirm the document was?
If the document is, if the title is Mr. Nice versus this, they will translate it the same way. So if it's a marriage certificate, they will translate it into a marriage certificate. If it's a court, if it's an embassy letter, they will translate it into whatever it is. That's what they will translate it to. So I don't know the
but it has to be an official document for them to translate it, right?
No. It doesn't have to be official. You can write something in Chinese on a piece of paper and go. When you pay the cost, they'll translate it for you. They don't have to be. They don't only translate official documents. Okay. I can write something in Chinese and print it right now and go pay the fee.
Okay. Jackie, listen to this paragraph, these two paragraphs. Then you will know the mind of the judge prior to everything that she said in the judgment. When you read paragraph 100, this is what the judge said. The answer provided by P1, that is plaintiff witness 1, are clear that the marriage certificate must have 2 signatures of the couple. Right? If not, the more reason an expert witness have been brought by the plaintiff to speak to the prominent features of the certificate from Germany. Then a look at the Exhibit 0 series. It's supposed to be Daddy Lumba and the plaintiff signing document, which means the Exhibit 0 shows a picture of Daddy Lumba and Mamia Kusiase was signing a certificate, right? Then when you come down, I'll say, if the evidence is true, then the marriage certificate bearing the certificate, the signatures of the parties should have been submitted or tendered into an evidence. In the alternative, the absence of such signatures on the marriage certificate from Germany should have been affirmed by an expert witness. Jackie, I believe you live in the UK, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Have you ever seen a UK marriage certificate before?
Yeah, I have.
Do you see the couple's signature on the certificate that is being given to them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that signature on there? Because I've got one.
So I'm listening.
I mean the.
Oh, he's asking you a question.
I'm asking you a question that.
No, there are no signatures. Nice. There are no signatures on it.
Okay, good. So the reason why I asked this question is the judge does not have a clue how a German certificate looks like.
No.
Okay.
Hold on, relax.
It's a foreign certificate. I get it.
It's a foreign certificate. Good. So what this judge presumed was because the witness said they signed the certificate, right? Because they signed the certificate. So now, and then when you read that, he will say that, let's presume that German law is the same as Ghana. When she has not done any checks to find out whether the law is actually the same or it's not, whether the certificate is the same or not. Are you with me?
I am with you. I'm listening.
Good. So when you come down to 103, now listen to what she said. I'll say also Exhibit C. A mating from a foreign embassy has to undergo an authentication and certification, or the person who executed it should have been called to testify. But I must state that it would be a Herculean task, right? And this is when lawyer Kusi had already suggested to this lawyer that if they can bring an expert to explain the marriage certificate. Now, this judge is now saying, in order to bring such a person, because the judge could have subpoenaed a counselor from Germany to be present to actually explain what was given to them. But then now she's telling them that it will be a very difficult task because of sovereignty issues. So when you tell the person that don't bring it, it's not important. Then you come and say it will be a hard task for you to even bring them up. Is it not in your discretion? So then that means you will do a little bit research yourself to come to a conclusion if you want to be fair to the judgment, Jackie.
Of course.
Jackie, I read a section 40 of the Evidence Act to you. When somebody says that she presumed, Jackie, you know when you hear that
Jackie,
she presumed, right? Did you hear that part? Did you hear that part when he said that presumed? And quickly the impression that presumed. I have a
question for you.
Oh, hold on, please. Can I finish? I beg you? Jackie, you heard presumed, and the presumed, they make it look like the judge didn't. Jackie, under the laws of Ghana, The judge is only allowed to presume. She can't even do any other thing. In fact, the judge is not even allowed to even go and do any research. Jackie, I read section 40 of our Evidence Act to you.
Mr. Bempa, that is
Jackie,
not true.
please wait.
The
Please wait. I'm reading the
judge
law. You're
has a
challenging the law.
responsibility.
I'm reading the law to you. You are challenging the law that has been written to you. Jackie, I read section 40 of the Evidence Act is titled Foreign Law. The law of a foreign state is presumed to be the same as the law of Ghana. Jackie, again, let me take you to this ruling by Justice Kolendi, Doche, Lovelace Johnson. These are our Supreme Court judges, right? Jackie, they mentioned the part of an expert witness. And Jackie, we're interested to know that the new law firm for Mami Akosia Sewa, it was founded by Justice Kolendi. He is part of this ruling. And Jackie, hear what Justice Kolendi is going to say about expert witness. Jackie, I read, foreign law is a question of fact, ought to be pleaded and proven at the trial stage. The method of proving foreign law is by offering expert witnesses. This is Justice Kolendi. Merely presenting a lawyer with the foreign law is not sufficient. Jackie, do you want me to continue?
Yeah,
Although the question of who is expert witness would be, Jackie, I could go on and on and on. But the point is that Justice Kolendi, the law firm Mami Akosia Sewa has hired to come and go for appeal. That law firm is telling them that foreign law is a question of fact and it has to be proven. If you don't prove it, the judge can only under law presume to be same as Ghana law. What are you talking about, Mr. Nice? What are you talking about?
What do you mean by what am I talking about? The same evidence that she admitted in. Was it not the same evidence? Okay, so Jackie, listen. Imagine you are a judge, yeah? We present evidence and you admit the evidence. Then later, when we presented the evidence, there was an objection. Then you, the judge, you overruled the objection. The moment you overrule that objection, the burden of proof is shifted to the other party that can prove otherwise. It's like you have a driving license. You've given your driving license to Bempa. Then Bempa say it's not original driver's license. Do you, Jackie, have to prove yourself that it's not an original driver's license? Bempa would have to prove to you that the driving license you've given to him is fake.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
This whole matter of going back and forth on it, Jackie, please, the meaning of conditional admissibility. Before Nice came, we gave an example here that, Jackie, if you are going to do your PhD, and you go to the admission, the registrar, and you tell the registrar that I want to admission here, and they say, okay, what do you have? What documents do you have? And you say, okay, I have my transcript. And they say, okay, give transcript. Let's take the transcript. This is the transcript. Okay, we need your certificate. So we'll take the transcript, but before we can give you admission, go and bring your certificate. They will wait for you. If you go and you do not bring the certificate, can the university say that they will only give you admission based on the transcript?
Mr. Bempa, let me come in here.
PND, please. Mr. Bempa, I want to add your submission. Kindly read paragraph 107 for me, okay?
Okay, paragraph 107.
Yeah.
107. Okay, well, I read. This court has the right not to accord the said exhibit any probative weight. The law is settled that if inadmissible evidence has been received with or without objection, it is the duty of the trial judge to reject same when giving his judgment or ruling, and to determine the weight to be accorded such documents when giving his judgment. And if it is not rejected by the trial court, it will be rejected on appeal. This is because it is the duty of the court to arrive at their decision upon legal evidence only, especially where all counsel for defendants objected to them. See Frimpong versus Arno versus Rome, and I'm sure people have not read it. Please go and read this one. You okay? Oh my God.
A quick one, Mr. Bempa. Let me come in a quick one. So what my brother was saying, in fact, we are all here to learn, but some facts are facts. You see, that document, I mean, the purported marriage certificate that was admitted in court, it was admitted based on condition. In fact, the judge told lawyer Kusi, please get the marriage certificate and then go through the authentication process, pass through the embassy and bring it. That is the Evidence Act. In fact, the judge spelled it out to lawyer Kusi. That is why the judge said that it was therefore surprising that nearly a month lawyer Kusi did not comply to that clause or that instruction that was given to him.
PND. The judge also said that it was too late to bring an expert witness, and she knew what to do.
I don't know.
She went through that case. That case was trialed in a time constricting manner, which did not make sense.
I don't know where in the
judgment had the right to appeal for an extension of time.
There is no way in the judgment. Where you are saying there was no way in the judgment.
PND, but you and I know, say it's not everything that happened in court. It's in the judgment. Do you agree with that?
I do understand.
Okay, so when you're asking where the judgment did that happen, then that means you're not going to get that because the judge will not put. She is writing her opinion and she will based on what she want to put it in there, which one she wants to take it out.
And you think it's not in the grounds of appeal? It's not in the grounds of appeal.
Why admit the evidence?
Which one is not in the grounds of the appeal?
Was not authenticated. Why admit it? Why admit it then? Why did she admit the certificate they presented?
Admission of an
if it wasn't authenticated, that was the time when they presented that certificate. That was the time for her to say that this.
So I'm going to keep
PND. That is the point of presenting evidence before. That's the point.
I don't want
if it is not authenticated, if it is not authenticated, why take it? Why was that evidence admitted in court if you were not going to use it? If it wasn't authenticated, I didn't know.
We just read paragraph 107 for you, and you are still arguing.
What did 107 say? Do you expect the judge to say that she is wrong?
You go and meet them at the.
Okay, so now the question that you were asking,
and they just amended the appeal.
The question that you
they just presented more evidence, and it was admissible again. It was admitted again.
Can I answer your question? Or if you don't want me to answer the question, I don't want this to be like.
I did not ask you a question. I don't.
Which evidence are you talking about, madam?
Oh Lord.
The certificate. The certificate you are talking
about. Jackie, let me read paragraph 88 for all of us, right? Jackie, let me read paragraph 88. The tendering of this marriage certificate was objected to by the learned counsel for the defendant. This objection had been raised during the hearing for the application of the interlocutory injunction on 28th of October 2025. The court rejected the documents and advised counsel for the plaintiffs to ensure that they complied with the requirements and the Evidence Act. It is therefore a surprise that the plaintiff did not comply with the requirements nearly a month later.
In fact, Mr. Bempa, this is it. You need to read it again because there are some of us we still do not understand it. Please.
They objected to it that it was written in German and needed to be translated into English.
Without due respect,
that's the only objection that I knew.
Mama, don't do that, please. Without due respect. Okay, Mr. Bempa, can you translate that in Chi so that we can get it very well, or can you read it again? Can you read it again?
A bride marriage certificate we
no, don't patronize us. Don't patronize us.
Okay, Then okay, read it again, Mr. Bempa. There's a special request from PNP.
Can I ask a question, please? Can I ask a question?
Okay, Jackie. I'm reading it to you. So any question?
The question is, she was married to him in Germany, right?
Yes, please.
Right. So why is this case not being contested in a German court?
No, because
Wait, I can answer the question for the
relax.
Would it make it simpler and easier for her?
Asking ourselves so many years. I mean, so many months.
But PND, you and I know.
They want to exhaust all the laws in Ghana before they take it to Germany.
Okay, so she wants to exhaust. Okay,
yes.
I mean, as a German citizen,
let me finish.
living under.
Jacqueline, you hold on a second. Jacqueline, please hold on a second.
Wait, she's talking. She's talking. Let her talk.
Okay, I was talking first, so no problem. Jackie, you can, but please, just a minute. Why not go to Germany court, finish it over there, and then bring the judgment to Ghana?
Nobody's contesting her in Germany. In Germany, there's no issue. She's the only wife. There's no
there's no issue, but they want to exhaust all the Ghana laws before they take it to Germany.
Was the deceased legally
both of them were citizens.
Yeah, he was a German. Yeah.
Yes.
He
was a German. Yes, he was a German citizen. Yes.
He was a German citizen.
But nobody's contesting her. Nobody's contesting her in Germany, so there's no need for that. But he was resident in Ghana.
The laws in Ghana don't work. And whenever they lose, they say somebody bigger is under the whole judgment. So Ghana laws are not working in their favor. That's what you guys say all the time. I'm sorry, but that's what your people say. Every time who's that in Sakesia? Meaning there's somebody bigger who can change the laws of Ghana within a couple of hours for his or his people's favor. So if you don't believe in it, you take it to where you believe
Sasha,
in.
You appreciate that
that's why I said that y'all want to exhaust the Ghana laws before you take it to Germany. That's what you guys said. That's what you guys said. And I know that I've done heard it a lot of times on this app.
Sasha, but those are people with opinion, not the woman herself. Those are other people online.
One at a time. Why?
They speak for your people, so that's what it is. Just like you're speaking for her, and we're speaking for the British, so it's all the same.
Okay, so Jacqueline asked a question.
I want to answer.
Say answer.
Okay. The reason why this would not happen in Germany because Daddy Lumba had moved from Ghana and resided in Ghana, and Daddy Lumba died in Ghana, and nobody is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And he was being buried in Ghana, and the issue is that she was being excluded.
Everything happened in Ghana, and in even German embassy in Ghana, which that was my next question to you. The German embassy in Ghana, when you go into that walls of German embassy, is that German or is still Ghana? Is it not German?
Let me tell you something.
That's their territory.
It's
no, I'm asking you a question, PND.
Yeah,
when you go to a German embassy,
give me a chance to answer. If you ask me a question,
go on, answer.
Give me a chance to answer. Right?
I didn't say answer.
If there's a case in court and we need verification from the embassy, we address it to the court. We do not address it to an individual. Who was the letter addressed to?
The thing is, I know you lied. Yes, you can take a case to German court if both of you were German citizens and the deceased had their residence in Ghana. Yes, you can take it there and they can share properties. So don't say you cannot. Yes, you can absolutely do that. And thank you.
Yeah, but this issue came up during the burial, and actually there was actually a to spin that angle that because they're both German citizens to for her and then therefore she needs to be recognized as the wife and then be allowed to make the decisions and take the decisions away from the Bushniapeni, because in Ghana it's the Bushniapeni who takes lead on the funeral. So she did try that and they didn't allow that because he's in Ghana, he's died in Ghana, he's being buried in Ghana. So to answer why this is not being done in Ghana, it's because he was living in Ghana and wherever his death had occurred in Ghana, he's being buried in Ghana. Okay, so they did try to spin that angle, but they said no, the family should be in charge.
That angle,
should be in charge of his funeral.
Let me answer that question. That angle that you're talking about, right? It was spelled out because they were stating that the Ghana court do not have the jurisdiction to even decide the case because Daddy Lumba was a German citizen and has denounced his Ghanaian citizenship, right? And then the judge ruled on that based on domicile, right? Domicilability means that Lumba was born as a Ghanaian, and he has lived in Ghana for the past 17 years.
So that answers the
the laws
question.
of Ghana.
So that answers your own
No,
question.
wait. Let me finish. Can you please let me finish? Can you please let me finish?
Yep.
Why the court has the jurisdiction to hear the case?
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that the German court or German has not authority to also hear the case.
We're not saying they haven't got authority. When you take it to Germany.
Sorry, Jacqueline was asking a question that why not Germany? Why don't you try or go to the German court?
Yeah.
That's the question she was asking.
Because there's no need.
There's something that I wanted to add to it, okay?
They should go to German court.
There's something new that I want to add to it, guys.
Let them go to German court.
The body, even if the body has been, buried in Ghana, it can be exhumed. Okay, it can be exhumed for proper burial in Germany if you deem fit. But in Ghana, this is the deceased corpse, it legally belonged to the extended family.
You guys are answering your own question.
Yeah, you're answering your own question.
The question wasn't even about the body itself. It was about the marriage.
She said you can't like because he's been buried in Ghana, you can't exhume the body for proper burial in Germany if you deem
because you cannot.
I'm here.
Because you cannot.
Yes, Jacqueline. Mami Akosha Sewa made this argument in court,
sir.
right?
Please.
Mami Akosha Sewa made this argument that the deceased is a German citizen. In fact, what she sought to do with that is to get custody to be taken to Germany for the deceased to be operated under German law. Yeah. And let me read to you briefly what the judge says about this argument, right? Because all this, it will be hearsay. Tim Odoboni will speak this, Tim Akosha Sewa will speak this, but let's hear the judge, who is a neutral person. And this is paragraph 161, domicile. Domicile refers to a person's true, principal, and permanent home. That is the connecting factor that links one to the system of law, which content constitutes his or her personal law. It is the jurisdiction of a person has a substantial connection with, or considers as his fixed and permanent home, or in which he principally resides. Oman versus Opoku, 1972, Ghana Law Report 295. The court held that inter alia, an individual's domicile is determined by the lex fori, that is the law of the forum. The law distinguishes between domicile of origin and domicile of choice. The common, and I go on, Jackie, I don't know if you're okay or you want me to go on, because there are other.
Baby Daddy, we all understand these things. Yeah, we are just saying.
I'm reading Jacqueline so that Jacqueline will understand that.
Okay, so now Jackie understands that because he lived in Ghana, that's why this case is in court in Ghana.
No, it's not because of that. Jackie, if you understand what I read, that there is the domicile of choice. Choice is when you say that, oh, I've gone to America, I'm an American citizen. No. American can deport back to Ghana because even though you hold the American passport, that quote unquote makes you an American citizen. They know that your true domicile is in Ghana.
That
is why people.
Are you stating this under naturalization laws?
Yes.
You be specific?
Yes, the naturalization
you're missing the point.
Okay.
Jacqueline asks, because they're married in Germany, why is she not taken to court in Germany? And the whole point is that if this was a case that happened in Germany, be in a position where there's another woman claiming to be a wife, because first of all, that's illegal. Okay, that's bigamy. Okay, and then that's the whole point. That's what you're literally making a point for us to explain. Because he's in Ghana. No, you're supporting our argument because he is in Ghana. Okay, he was domiciled in Ghana and he died in Ghana, and that's why it's in the Ghanaian court. Because everyone's saying, oh, if she's German, because they want to claim that because there is apparently no marriage, that's why she can't go to Germany. No. The reason why she's not in Germany fighting this in court is because Daddy Lumba was in Ghana. He was domiciled in Ghana. He died in Ghana, and the whole occurrence happened in Ghana.
But the question is that can she take the case to Germany if she thinks she's being deprived of whatever that is of her?
That's the next step.
Okay, so let her.
You know,
a lot of relationships have broken up. A lot of people have gotten divorced because of this. The youth are not learning anymore because of this case. Let her do us the favor and take the case to Germany for her own favor, and then Ghana can move on. There's so many things that Ghana needs to attend to.
There is a German in Ghana, and she has reported the case, and they have represented her in court.
She can take it to even the ECOWAS court. In fact, ECOWAS court is also
you can take it anywhere, but she's trying to appeal first, because even when you go,
yes, I'm saying that she has wide options.
Have you appealed it?
Why waste time?
She needs to exhaust because she needs to exhaust those options first.
Why would you want to waste time where you can get your things easier than
just don't get up and do anything.
Yeah, it's not a waste of time.
You people are actually funny. You people just read the judge saying that
can decide you in Ghana, and nobody's going to arrest her for not deciding in Ghana.
In Germany, nobody is challenging her in Germany. Nobody is challenging her in Germany. Well, if she goes to Germany,
because he didn't stay in Germany, he was
she doesn't have to have somebody in Germany.
We are saying, baby daddy,
she does have somebody in Germany, fighting her with that.
The point that she's
maybe I don't understand argument. Maybe I don't understand.
The court will ask her, why are you in court? Who is fighting you to say that you're not white?
Exactly. So you're going to subpoena Busha Penny and everybody to Germany?
Are you being for real? She has no issue in Germany. She has no issue. Why are you going to court in Germany if you have no issue?
Answer that question.
That is strange. I mean, you're wasting the court's time.
Can I answer that question?
Go for it.
Now, the issue is there have been a ruling in Ghana depriving Mamia Kusha Sewa of being a wife of late Daddy Lumba. Mamia Kusha Sewa should take, because that is a government official document, pass through the authentication method and then go to German court and then send the judgment to court in German. That German, this is what Ghana is doing to me. And this is a court in Germany. Can you please confirm for me that I'm married to? I was married before. With Daddy Lumba.
That comes after
the appeal. Can you let me finish?
That comes after the appeal.
Can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? That is not. No, hold on. Now, before the appeal, now the judgment has been done. Can she go to court in Germany with the judgment, asking the German court to clarify that? And then when you're done with that, you add the document and bring it and even add it to the appeal. That will make it even more stronger. Do you want some of us to even tell you or show you the way for this?
You can't add new documents. So she has to go. She has to go to appeal first, exhaust that. So if the appeal goes against her, that's when she goes to the next step.
No, wait. In appeal court, you can add evidence if you give a reason. You can. There is a way you can add.
But she doesn't need to do that. You know that's a bigger. That's a bigger step. You know that's a bigger.
Fail on that.
No. She needs to exhaust anytime, even in small cases, or even let's say even at any sort of academic institution or any sort of case, you need to go to the right level. Even at work, if there's a grievance or if there's like a disciplinary action, you have to follow steps. You can't just say, "Oh, this person they're not doing their job, so you want to fire them." You need to go to a step. Have you spoken to them? Have you raised it? You need to go through the ladders of steps before you get to the main action. That's just how it works. Because when you go, they will ask you, have you appealed the judgment? Because if you haven't, because it's a lot more resources, a lot more money, a lot more time to do what you suggest. So actually, the first step is to go to the appeal.
She has right now in appeal court. She has presented new evidence.
Can you let me answer your question?
She has done all that. Whose question are you answering?
Efia was making a statement and asked a question, and I want to answer her. Very good, thank you. Efia, this is a high court judgment. Not just any court. It's a high court judgment, and the judgment is depriving you from being a lawful wife. And can't you go to Germany and then bring all these things? Go to court in Germany for a court to declare, and even add it to your case.
No, you have to go to appeal first. You still have to go to appeal first. You still have to appeal it first. That's just the next step. The only next step is the appeal.
Going to German court. Let them go to German court and let's find out over there.
No. It's after the appeal.
I would have been happy if they take it to German court. So
The
you're very
judgment,
free.
some people are saying the judge is corrupt and then Ghana judiciary
Yeah,
is
but that's
corrupt.
not the woman herself.
If,
That's
Thank
people
you.
online.
if
That's
you don't
people like
believe
me
in
and
the
you.
judicial
Thank
system in
you.
Ghana, go to
People like
German,
me and you
Yeah,
can
get
say
she
it and
still
whatever
bring
you
it
thanks
back.
want.
them. She still thanks them, which means she's in agreement. So that's all good. That's
No,
all good.
no, no.
Just bring the
That is a
evidence,
false
Yeah,
bring the
obi
original marriage
fighting
conclusion.
what
certificate.
would muna say oh ankasa ye no
And
be
so
render apology. That means you are
that
totally
means you have to lie
responsible
on the
for it. But
prophet.
if you don't,
Jackie,
then you are part of it.
Jackie, it was very nice. It was very nice having you. I'm dropping off. So guys, Jackie,
Yeah.
it was exciting.
It was
I hope.
nice having talking to you too. I did love
Thank
your
you.
argument. Have a
Thank you,
lovely
Jackie.
evening.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Guys, are you back?
Oh, Mr. Bempa. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna tell him to check his email.
Kinke, you're actually the dumb one, not us. Just you act like you know everything, but you don't know nothing. Anyway, nice talking to you guys. Laters.
Adipa. Okay, Pacho one and Ekasa, Pacho. Pacho, what's a menka? Can you hear me, guys?
Papa, Mr.
Okay, so whoever want to speak can speak, please.
Mr. Jackie Ada. Until we were just talking. Jackie
No,
Wada.
I'm not asleep. I'm
Okay.
here. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm literally gonna go soon, but I'm just trying to see how you guys are gonna wrap your
Oh, Adipa, I
debate.
didn't read my letter. Jacqueline, I think you're gonna be able to find it on Google.
Literally, the next time you guys talk about this topic, I'll literally be quite prepared. At least I'm going to go through everything. I've not been following, literally, not with what you guys have said, but with the whole situation when it started from the very beginning. But now I'm getting the picture now, but I think it would be fair enough for me to give you my own opinion when it comes to the facts if I've read it myself and I can see why she's taking it to the appeal court. But one thing I can also say is, she started the claim for a reason, of course, respectfully. It's still up to her because I know she's probably passionate about the whole thing. It's still up to her to prove to not everyone, but the people she loves and cares about that, I'm not lying. I'm legally married to him. And this is my evidence. So far, I said she's taking this to the appeal court of Ghana because the High Court didn't rule in her favor. So let's all just hope to, find out what happens next in the court of law, in the appeal court. And if they go over the evidences and they still think if they think she is the legal wife, we can congratulate her. But if they think she's not, because literally, I would say this: if you guys are saying you cannot add other evidences to what's already been presented, I don't know how she's going to win the case, because obviously if the same evidence has been provided in the High Court and you're
Yeah,
providing the same evidence to the appeal court of Ghana,
yeah.
it's going to be a different judge, of course, but if they're going to really base their decisions on the rule of law in Ghana, then the chances of winning is looking a bit slim.
Well,
I
Jackie,
I
they
Literally.
I,
did.
I don't
They
But
agree,
did. They
Jackie.
did present new
I'm
evidence.
hoping the victor takes the count, really.
Do you know what? I don't
Yeah.
agree. Do you know why? Because actually, when you read the verdict, I hope you have the time to read the verdict. There's actually lots of mistakes in her interpretation of the evidence, and the things that were said. So yeah, there's a big chance that actually will be overturned.
There's a big
Actually,
chance it
there
will be
wasn't any
overturned.
mistake.
And
If
There's
it
no
if
mistake
if
from
it's
the
my end.
appeals trial has started.
first of
They
all,
did
one thing I can
present
say,
new evidence.
is I really don't know how the law works in Ghana. First of all, I don't practice Ghanaian law. I practice British law. every opinion I've made here is literally based on what someone said and what someone said. You know, I ask questions like, why do you support this person? What are your reasons for supporting them both moralistically and legally? You know, you guys gave really exceptional, you know, ideas, opinions, what's so on, but I can't really have a take on this because literally my knowledge limit is capped to you British law because I'm a British solicitor. So when it comes to this, and if I was to break it down in the system, I could literally help out. But in Ghana, I just would say I would sit down and hear what the appeal court has to say about the whole situation. And if she comes out as the victor, then congratulations to her, because literally they're both beautiful women. And I hope, you know, they get what they're looking for, really. There is nothing I can say because I don't know them personally. I'm just an outsider looking into this. I'm not legally representing them. I'm just someone being told this and that. Even if I do my research, it would be based on facts and what other people are saying as well. I'm not living in Ghana. I don't know what's happening. So if I jump on, hey, first wife is winning, that would be a bit weird of me. If I jump on the second wife's baton, that would be weird of me as well. So I respect the jurisdiction, and I hope justice will be served civilly, and I hope the truth of the whole situation comes out into light for the public too, because I know this is a matter of public interest as well. So that, you know,
and it sets a precedence as well, to be honest. That's my main concern.
That's okay. So you really care about the precedent it would set as well. If it does do that, that would be a beautiful thing as well. So my darlings, it was lovely having you all.
It was good discussion.
It was. Have a lovely evening, guys, and
You too,
I'm out. Take care.
Okay, Jackie. Okay, if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Oh, Jackie left. Okay. Thank you, Jackie. I would like to thank you, you all, for your contributions, your various opinions, and your time and everything. I would like to say thank you, Jackie, and wish to see you again over and over and over. You're such an intelligent and smart lady. Yeah, Wahano. If you have anybody mission be, I'll meet you on Wakasa White Pacho. Pacho Motemenka, and I'll be Adipa Cash.
Good evening, oh.
Yo, good evening, Makash.
And ne says Yahoo. Masresa, Mammy Naimiu, a suru. Aye, Missy Akorawe, Yafu Bene wo. Yafunu Yamishra, Yafuno I. Yamuko Shrao, Jacqueline. Where the Nukrapo no use? Why not Germany? Why not Germany? Why are you disturbing us in Ghana? Why ya dear? Yamishra. Amishra. Ay, Adipa no kwanam pesemika. Girl, no kasaye papa. Kasaye. Germany for so no more formula. No more Georgie. When you number Johnny Bakuba. Ah, other yeah, it is
Another one, Mama Cash.
Well, who judgment says, yeah, Utie.
I can't change Jacqueline, Papa, my busy tears and cat. The money tears and clear into my busy. I am your papa so.
The time I'm beside the pound for 1 4 me, I come so make me bro for be.
Okay, or better, what kind of better? Why?
That will go on TBO.
Can't bro for no can.
I want I want to bless the womb who give birth
Hey, Mama Cass.
to this my doctor. I just want to bless the womb. May God bless the parents raise this my doctor for me.
Hey, social mumre jamana is your mobile cam bro. Most of my cam bro from Sherman.
Say I
Is
can
it
UTV for.
Yama?
I feel no for UTV
I don't
for.
my FM. Evidently, CNN.
Eugene.
I don't my FM for Mumra. I don't my FM.
Now Eugene,
Access the now.
yeah, mistake
Access
for
the this.
I don't
Oh,
judgment.
Mama
That is the
catch
money
I
for
don't
it.
my
that
FM
point.
for Mama
Usre.
Cash. Say two mom. Ya camera for na we mumra. Is na bo mumra why I said do mo 10.
Mama catch can scare them away. Yes, no. I
AIG.
have scared them away.
Bro,
Nipa
is
mi
that
fẹ́
bro
na
for
waba
the
no.
book?
AIG mi ba
Aha,
mi ba
social,
office ya.
mumra.
Adepa, mama masre.
Mumra, you see, a bro for na John Age, mumra. Most of my cam bro
Mama
for
kasi mama masre. Mama kasi kan bluff ni na mama why?
Jacqueline corner the only bro for be a worker of my Then I'm
Okay, ka
no,
bluff
I'm
ni na
one.
mama ye. Yan kasa.
Then I'm mumra na bro for the co.
And the part no make us
Eh, say wo.
1 minute. Na me free to say why. Make us 1 minute pay.
Ah, kata 1 minute, na. That's an 1 minute.
Adepa ye lady ya oba se sie ya me fa ne se oni odobroni abusa se wasa ganim ene ya ne achehye machre no etimi apase comment say ato no penny abempa kenkan achre ne no chances be very low still yet legal wife for some months ase me say asem we hu say one for emotions anto nchen na you don't become logical ebefa wase dem bia obeka sense akase bi na ye bibia ma ye fa ne say ye lady we oni stand bia ye chehye mu kire no aheya waka say appeal no chances ye low but still omo ho some unforeseen encouragement bia I don't know where they get their hopes from but say in some na Jacqueline be kan ye no so nko umbetie no fa nka be me de so omo ankasa ne be boa omo say a neutral person I catch or say appeal no chances are very low ma'am because on so say legal practitioner and so still more than once that you win appeal now we say ekobuko musima Ghana nyina bebu egu because sakase bi abehwe obi enum na we yi obi nsa fi nenum yes mu me nyina am nkoya wife again biem the man has lived with both women his whole life Ghana nyina ehu was a change now I want to be the only wife yeah try appeal no na say ebuke ma ya meka nsakase bi o ha bi and pa me da say
Bi obekasa apel no obi obekasa apel ni bebu akem bia no na atin so obi onipa kon enridi se odoroboni aware ne ko jesu ni nsem so o hu si e kwakoje odoroboni aware ko jesu ni nsem bia I don't think anybody will make such a statement say apel ni bebu aka ye nsem ye nyina yo ha na ye hu picture confirm picture ne court hu say picture ni AI picture o by judge ni try judgment what did the judge do sanyima ni nyina amamu renti se sanyima ni nyina no ya dia e kwakoda the three wise men omanimo and on record odobroni lawyers no on record the audio na have the audio here on record cast interest any ebusapeni interest ni odobroni interest na was the same nyina ebusapeni say na odobroni yeyere and so they have to go to court and defend odobroni as a wife. In Tindra, I saw people were making arguments. Oh, and a picture and I send it to me. See, Obi play down this appeal. Oh, they didn't see if Obi play down this appeal. Be an natural on Pacono per se on Kabi man and Yaji. Obi play down this appeal. No person on Kabi man and Yaji. Who you be a say at least when you forget about the judgment, when read the judgment, which my all the analysis are, you cannot play down this appeal. And one of the most solid grounds of appeal are challenge, but people can continue to play it down because among you if you say in Yamani see what court no, the judge decided say in the judgment of a trial the favor no. Among you a lot of things happens in court. A lot of things.
Yeah, just wait maybe say say.
But for me, yes, I've been here. A lot
Okasa,
of things.
asema
A
what
lot.
are
Some a lot of things happen in court. A whole lot of things happen in court. And you need to put a debate judgment. To be a journal cafe or play down the appeal. Oh, wait me play it down. But don't forget, say, although Brony is our customer, my any demand, she doesn't even deserve it. And I'm going to finish them. No, I'm not really fit that. So really fit side any dia. Then don't think say be a mammy. I go just no acquire on quantity. No. Or call in twofold. So what I say, or call you twofold. So don't forget that. Although Brony customer marriage here, the man okay, shaky, very very shaky, because West obi di adansi na we ho. Atade cry say that Lumba shekon pa ko na describe atade no she. On pa ko be gina court be di adansi a judge ni gidi tumu kra no. Ono kra we timi an fa any picture bi amba say okay why didn't we ko bi na atade say na me. Anybody can think however they want to think, but do one in I don't say yes, we do what we are saying.
IGH.
Yeah,
Mama
my
ka
God.
so misa na sem. An misa na
Miba
sem
oh
bi a.
miba odobre mi bisa na sembako. Who platform we so since 3 days now till today? Who platform we so? Uti se unkofo mu se Schindler any mama kosia omu wari no mu wari eye paper so we wari uti
I feel I'm quite check it
mi
away while it's
bisa
passing
wo
now.
asemu na mi bisa wo
Mama cars
eye
maintain she, why maintain
eye
she?
unti hwe
Maintain
so
she.
unti hwe
Agich.
Nigeria for say the matter don't get k-leg make we begin the run.
Agich. Bi wona ka say why me pacho.
Me too, Nana, me too.
Agich, ye share asem we ase. A court judgment buy. Da bia o de tia ya ganya de na say liwe ni ko jitum say o ta kan sa no pa.
Yeah, me take up, me take up.
But na liwe no so take it free. Evidence Act 323 1975 and I'll take it free 1613 meboa now 1613 na AIGH asema ekani or say if reasonable opportunity has given to all parties to investigate the authenticity of a foreign official signature, the court may try to analyze this word for me. The court may, for good cause shown, order that it be treated as presumptively authentic without a certificate. Say Hana Debia Ujina can was an anameboa. Very good. Now we call Interpretation Act 209 at 792 section 42 AIGH or say in an enactment the expression may not be wonderline. The expression may shall be construed as a permissive, as empowering. Or just say may no any share or panobey. What you say?
Of course, so be asking me now, yes.
And expression shall is imperative and mandatory. And in one can shall no can me. I said be a say. I think God ojitu.
Na make us say, Sisi ano, ye the marriage certificate na beto judge nanim. Wama all the parties equal chance to assess the authenticity of the signature. Say the canon.
Yes.
My main argument is that the judge could have used her own discretion power. Listen, let me finish. No. Mami, the argument is maybe I won't follow the argument. The argument was like, say, because the other party challenge or raise a question on the marriage certificate, automatically the judge has to reject it. That was the argument. And my listen, Mami, that was the argument. Ubusa storage more because a judge, it make key because other party raise the concern about the marriage certificate, it means automatically it needs to be rejected. And I'm saying no, the judge still had the discretionary power. So what I said, which made it in the discretion to admit the marriage certificate that was brought before her. That's always been my argument. I'm not saying say the judge must. We all know it's not a must. Sir,
Into Uji say, so far as a judge, no, or issue 161, then the same time, one assembly issue interpretation act, no, at the man, the
Maybe
judgment say,
say
yes, sir.
I stand to be correct. I know say the judge used 1 and 2. I don't know if she used the 3 because
No,
we still
train
use
that
1
girl
and
can
2.
that and I can say may no, is there any leeway, no? That's the
Yes,
leeway.
yes, yeah, that's the leeway.
But
Yeah.
I could crack eye. But I was wondering, say, Sabi, ain't man fellow, if you can't say, interpretation act of some cancer.
No, but me made the interpretation. Ukraine, we try my DNA. Made them about the interpretation act and me
Section 42 of Interpretation Act at 792, but not already.
and I make out the show. Into some American, I'm the by the grounds of appeal. Some more count. And yes, you. I didn't say even lawyers for no. First of all, I see who's a lawyers for they know what they are doing. Minimum rap lawyers for no minimum rap papa our minimum the omoye. Into I didn't say. Sanka even one of the arguments says Sanka even judge no unjin to nkra and I said visa. I lose in case burden of proof no. In case it me shift it. Because I mean I made me document about it a lot of commentary around. I mean I'm doing a document about now say so opposing party any question about the document then the burden of proof must shift to the opposing party to
But I
disprove
agree. What
how
did you
to
say? What is a lawyer? So, Manana Okaso, Munin Pa, it will be a Omokai Bidi.
oh master they know what they are doing. Opa,
No,
I mean
because
really
I
one
don't
of the
think so.
grounds. May support with
Unim,
one of the grounds. Almost as a
I
judge,
agree.
when you sue me, but only one of the grounds, almost as a judge, section 1613 no in case so you so me ba the grounds of appeal no say the learned trial judge failed to appreciate that the respondent that's Odobroni and lawyers no having had reasonable time to investigate the authenticity of exhibit B1 and C, she was clothed with the statutory discretion under section 1613 to admit the said exhibit as presumptively authentic.
Absolutely.
KRG.
So I said,
But at the
I'm
same time,
really being almost to say, being say, the learned tried to exercise the discretion conferred under section 1613, despite acknowledging the practical difficulties associated with authentication of foreign documents. So as I say, into
because
what
the
would you
underlying
say?
word over there is made. If it's
I know.
made, that
Into
has to go.
I say that's why someone say they are going through a lot of challenges getting whatever they are supposed to get done. Now can I say judge or you on the discretion power. So I
That's
just
RG.
to
sometimes say,
admit
Odoro niya.
what do we
Odoro
do in
yeah,
niya.
court?
Maame
We
nka
talk
se
about
wonche
law
ne
in
bra
court.
no.
We talk about law in court. Is that not it? You can't law in
Odoro
the whole
niya.
court.
Odoro niya. Maame nka se wonche we RG unim. Saa wo argument ya wo yi. Paragraph 93 no ebo ni nyina egu. Na ema wa se oda so a ugina so discretion there. Discretionary power.
And your force.
Ye de ma wa opa na we use you
We should.
RG. So what ya say? Na me question na me pese me bisa o friends menu shi aya che me ntimi emisa sa question we. RG ugidi say ma me akusha say wa ede we certificate for akoto court.
say or the certificate for to court.
Aye,
Yes.
because as
As we
a
speak
legal
now,
wife for
as
me.
well, maybe I mean
Ah,
honestly, how is it possible? I don't know.
nti unim we ba ha won mama bear ba ha
There be say be
nso
on information I mean
eya
between
che na de
Kotaniki
ma me
no.
wate.
There be I had obi ayi penny. Me be on information I mean so what you say if you want information be I mean I cannot disprove obi a what you say unless me need some information.
Aye, because
But
as a matisse mon crofo ni bi say I mama akusha say wa de we certificate for akoto court.
and they me
So who say first so say mo grounds of appeal wo de me Mijiudi swan say what kind in what
Master,
say.
and Jimmy do I, and Jimmy did I made I still stand with my what you say,
Ti.
Jimmy and come
Mijiudi
here.
say Mijiudi say what kind in now diabolic na woye. So what I say. Ntino say oh no what you to say wave from be any baby no. Marriage certificate to be any baby
Don't misquote me. Me name some of the marriage certificate be a code. I don't know. Honestly, me I cannot speak on that.
But some grounds of appeal and come baby I say they be baby marriage certificate to be baby and I'm a boy.
Not so worried. They already and saying I know I'm purchase a marriage certificate near the choir. No, judge need to.
But someone can say the full to inti that didn't away for
it. So I'm the full back to okra. I'm the full back to okra. Say it's early days yet. So I say, I think it's early days yet.
But say no, Tim legal wife on say ye di bia koto ho. Eno no na me pese uchi
so any dey me argument me
sir. Na me say mama be e kan wa ho.
I'm mandate here agis mesra wa. No ko jaba bia nka say leave do wa.
Me da so yi ma no ai. Nyame sha.
No ko jaba bia nka say do ha judge na nyusu na. Say mra na ye kan court dia.
Odobunu me kill. Me ka say enye say bia me bo mitim no maka ho. E wo grounds of appeal ni mo. Yes leeway no when.
I know so me trust say grounds of appeal num na wom na. Ye Ghana mra na interpretation at nso church say na say judge na nso ye.
Inside Emran, who inside Emran dynamic in TFPR. Lawyers and also the argument beko. The written argument beko. So I just say no they can say judge no use because no say no cry na me boa.
No and say omu ko tum na me nu nyina che say me ni na say judge na by force we tum dia no problem. Because they know their law terms and the difference across they don't even argue on this.
No. I mean, we shouldn't pretend as if we know better than them. No.
No, we don't know better than them, but they pretend to do something out of sight. Don't laugh. I'm telling you the facts. They try to be. You see, this one says today I can't watch him. Like we see, come them kind of boldly. I know, I know they know interpretation art. I know, like we see knows it.
Chill. I don't think like me, like see, different lawyers have been more better say. So all the document court. Na court no, na all the document court. Na court on the G document to ma. Na opposing party now challenging document now. So what you say? Then who are the document are going to bed the nephews who ako to obia or person challenging document no.
That is why the cross examination exposed both Gina and Bimpoma. AGH, young funny say, my store, akoto cement handbags, mama cash, and I smammy. And I mean, when we say social media, and Eugene Ejina ho, or who say my receipt. And I mean, the crime my cash is no receipt on Jin, to know so, major crano. Now, social media, Eugene Ejina ho, and I'm uncle from Momra. Social by also, I've been Eugene Ejina, made a name in next week. I don't know. Mama cash better just mama nay. Yeah. With this instance, mama cash better just deceit not mama nay.
Oh, there be.
No man lock into you, Mr. Mimiano, man lock into us, Mr.
I better lucky. Like as much as I can cry me, I don't even get you. So I just
no, Gina, don't for much say. Omo ware no mujina. During cross examination, where's on you? So how do we accept the certificate in contention of both of you being a witness?
Sure say Gina can say. Sure say Georgina can say no. Georgina can say no.
I mean, by order when my mother can be say. On the trial,
Eugene, Georgina can say no.
What's no?
There be many from here. I stand to be corrected.
My chip when you crabby.
Okay.
Baby, I'm rejected when you say.
Oh, Martin, I want to
so mute to home. Social meeting.
Social meeting, why? Social,
trial when the more raise say, name say, even no the cross examination part no. Time almost the bar trial time no. And they say, enko pass it through the right channel. That was when Judge Nikachen say, only say, because they submitted it and pass it through the certification and the authentication.
So they were interrogatory injunction.
So that was when 91 challenge ni say ho na ye fake o da binye sa na say ni ho make say on improve but one challenge say fake o ye no say you know what but they don't dey brain no pass you do the right thing man nko for be o say fa ne mra enti no be ka challenge say ono na improve a what the document abana say fa for be mra
judge na admit here and I admit document
no ana make us
no one admit Opa kan mama kan 88 na mfama one admit
omurezi objection no ba ru ye
judgment de emu asam ye fa ke why
omurezi objection na no ba ru ye
obi sa say aji obi sa say judge ni agi tuma na me say judge na numa asam say wanji antum. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the judgment. Obi sa question concern say judge ni agi tuma na and I'm say contrary judge no so wanji antum until no kwa no say o sa catch into the year and one say o sa ba ya mistake no mo catch on the first they see through the right way. And we know what they forget about the certification in baby or the cocoa no. What they original na many. Mention them pamo do.
Yeah. All right. But omubema witness a defendant at their judge na admit no. They all deny their presence. So how do you want the judge to admit it again? Me na me see me gina ho nti a judge no aje atum no. You be say me say me ni ho. And the judge never react to him.
ARG, what I met expert opinion was how they were. Say, you say, power of attorney was a day and you sign in front of the notary. Omunina ya away. But a lawyers in the crua a gumuma ma kusia say, or no power of attorney way on the buy, you know. On the 16th, no sign it there. On the 25th, in the share. To not in the shares, so say they sign in my presence. Once a mark just say or no sign there 26. So on the 16th. So how possible now say you signed not to say you sign in my presence? One can just ask me we are to paragraph 77. Say also young is here. Marcos and no say me sign on the 16th.
In the presence of the
say you sign in my presence on the 23rd. I didn't say you sign fan coffee, my yamun who outside.
Yes.
Which is which. When most let me say inconsistency from day one. I also ask no but to go but minim the entire as no go at all because Georgina now the plaintiff no. Ne letter no yaro the baby gina so we attorney we no grandpa no. Na
question mark.
Fraud. There was fraud because signature no sign signature na fake and fraud.
We say lawyer Kusi now is a very smart lawyer. I'm sure so advice say I just say what's my man and appeal. And I still now insist so we appeal. Ain't now we in say free mono because case we could do appeals court whole say wo my be punch no. I'm sure some confo be on her perjury falsification of evidence.
Because
sir, only the two my certificates in a court.
Oh, why not? Yes.
But we have some photocopy of a photocopy. And a papa she a coffee about on the CS or the free German embassy or Ghana buy. Two different certificates, 2 different dates, 2 different signatures. The judge was confused. No, someone said, I don't know my certificate, I'm going to dates are also different. Signatures are also different. Nina also free the same office, stand in Bonheim. Mama explanation now, obiara no team explanation e court. Any reasonable person be to just trigger something in you say na fraud be koso. And there's no way adjust the without you going to the stand in Bonheim for certification, authentication. I'm authenticate. I'm na sako Ghana embassy no mako sili near the upper court, our Ghana, according to the evidence at 161, section 161 of the evidence at.
Rich.
Lawyer consider be Musa ono. On say Charlie case no. He did the best for his clients. Clients names me providing them or between defending a man. Ain't he at least court ne say we yira. Yen fan sa. And a man say there be still now be say you do body free. Ain't he me say that's what my thinking is. Ain't that lawyer change the be mo no. So na me hu no.
Rich. Oda yen fa law na law ni na ngu nchen. Tio, yen fa law ni na ngu nchen. Utie me. Mi kita me receipt no. Mama cash na de mame. Ena me say o mama cash de receipt de mame no. Na rich D, uni Eugene, mujina ho. No ke me say okay, ena mo nko Eugene ne rich D. Na mo ba ya, rich D say o na Eugene na ejina, Eugene say o da bi na rich D na ejina ho. Nti me da jack mama na ye.
O de too many the all can no ano. O go try and trouble baby. I got been for man margina. Lawyer ne ka say judge ne ka say margina. You busa the question no much key answers.
Yes.
Like
no,
answers.
That's how he is.
Oni akosa brempoma they were not credible at all. So I witnesses me no ma court ne dey o ma mbo ama me no. Omo nsem keka ndie they were not credible at all. And see me dey asem na Musa lawyer Kusi did the best for ma Kusi asewa, but still now person onya more than what she got from the court. And I do appeals court why her lawyer no okono. So young lawyer no he be disgraced in court. So na me no.
Me lawyer Kusi baby I no problem ni say. Otimbe jina abontin ka say there was a leeway and the lawyer have to consider. That's so why lawyer Kusi who said no. Say leeway no what? This is what the interpretation act also says. But
apart from lawyer no politician. Who's apart from lawyer no politician?
Oh yes, no, DC.
No. Who's a case no be lose court no I said I could Fred does it TV. No, Marco said I could tell baby. I can't say my baby team league for the day.
But you can't blow shit like that. You can't blow shit like that.
Politics no yeah. So when the political game is annoying. Or person winning the battle in the media.
You can't blow shit like that.
No, I bet you can't stay back.
But ebasa wahu obama binu ma ponchi potholes ewo ho. And that is wrong.
Odobroni unim earlier submission na ekoso ana yenu Jacqueline ba ye say no ma kind story be say papa bi a owo ni kro ketu ma ne ma omufra kwantu ma bombe kan ma waresem omo kan blofo kokokoko sa na otu odin obese na opanyu nkasa o say asema mo kan de se mo de ba sante kasa mo bo se panyi wo fie meka mutwa mo hu say de mo kan yizizi na ne nam German court ni we mo famla sante kasa ho no bo say enipa 400 na omugu ase ho no dodo na ya pocket lawyers no mugu no mo twen mo na baby am de nam ti no my din what's that because you see say man call electricity school na ncheze minim baby so light
that's it
kind of some inconsistencies wo accuse say judge no adenti no one more odobroni lean way no say wo kro ya wo say odobroni ntimi improve na ware no o star witness me no mo ba ye nyina no
they wouldn't prove anything.
They were not they were questionable even one.
And you are talking of leeway.
So they power factor no.
You are talking of leeway. Why you know that the leeway that cannot be worked?
The other one is also no also cry no baby judge ni catch and say we twan tro sama enye ni audio kro anko be say successful so say twan tro ba kwa sa ka ho the judge said it so to me twan tro sa na tro cry de sama che say enye audio kwa na boy ya enka last asen kwa go say twan tro judge ni nyina kan sa same way we nyina mabumoni aguso na mo say o twako left nkwa enra yi asem bia na future kan ya dwene ho azi say you future wo kro ya na ye mistake now how correct you say no say you call legal terms away you say na fe dia wo be catch say abusia penny ono ye defendant ye de ne dia so we defendant no afi dia o say yin ntum so we defendant witness or your robo new witness abra wo to kro ya say o say oh forget about what the court saying this is now who are try ya they no so be confuse me next time me try fan whether come
Eugene, Ebusia Penny went in court as what? As a defendant.
Yes.
But Ebusia Penny Ebusia Penny interest, any Odobroni interest, no? We're the same because one Ebusia Penny has admitted say our Odobroni. It is some of the BR is to support the fact say our Odobroni meboa.
Can be many favor and Makusia.
There
This
be
is
o
the first time.
me park here me park here.
Mami kadi okan, mami kadi okan ye favor Makusia nchire way. Okay, be many favor no.
ARGH.
Oyi, yeah.
ARGH.
Chief engineer.
Opani kata papa ya.
ARGH.
Oh no, what
Na
to
wo
mumbe 10 minutes efe na okasa o. A
ARGH na
local
all
to no so
kasa no.
sa.
All kasa no do bonu nua. Na obusuapanyi ni interest no one. Interest ye Lumba. Lumba so interest je be de na okokasa tia. How is that possible?
Now, ARGH, no car send me about some picture. Wow, to me, I say, I was applying the picture by me, I reject it. Also, say evidence be a baby, I just said judge Nanjatum. That means a judge needs me to be. What you say? And I even know Boni here picture be to prove a marriage. Royal
Me
Neck
say
in the judgment say
Rich.
traditional marriage and
I'm
yet
say
picture and
be Brennan court. Na wa court da. When I just say yes,
traditional
to evidence I just say ya
traditional
jeto.
marriage and yet picture and they prove. Witnesses. And beside the witness class, and nipa kona anya ceremony na long periods of cohabitation and conduct omo so ayire ni oba na ayire e be ma ni oyire
And I'm
na
consider
baby omeko
yes.
bia omo show omo so omo yayire that alone is enough for a customary marriage. Unhia any picture and a video. Unlike ordinance marriage, they're very strict because Ghana Mrano, baby, oh yeah, ordinance marriage, they look the venue, the parkour officiate here. So what me see any of those steps are you find say just a traditional a customary marriage now yeah one year any ordinance marriage. What I say? And the burden of proof for ordinance marriage yeah way higher than customary marriage. What ordinance marriage way higher than customary marriage.
Di
And
na
also no
me
want me and the omoka ba picture and there moguo and fa ho ba bia
na me ntase
enti lawyers
aware
na mo
ye
nka no
ye
o man
ye
fa sa
traditional
de na nko
Now what
ye
is
trad
picture? A picture.
no odobo nua yi aware is just a transfer of responsibility o. Nti sɛ ne papa no nko akora ne kɔɔ yɛ na ɔgye nsa no na transfer the responsibility me ban me national sama aware ɛno ano oni me ntase koraa sɛ ɔmo pɛ picture de ayɛ den ɔmo pɛ picture no de ayɛ den odobo nua
se
ɔmo
o
pɛ
kwa
picture de ayɛ den
krasi an go for bebre we krasi o so mawari o o mo ntimi nya picture
Oh,
kra
yes
e
oh,
bia
for
o no ma me no
picture.
papa kra ka se ne
sɛ
go for mo we the
munim
pictures
munim
kra o ntimi fa ba e ne
munim
je so
sɛ
mo ware
munim sɛ sɛnka ɛyɛ na nka ɔdɔbroni so kɔɔ sɛ ɔno so yɛ legal wife a ɛna nka ɔno no ɔbɛhia so ɔbɛprove a lot of things baabi ɔno no kɔfaeɛ no it is difficult for mo a mo kora mo deɛ moyɛ yi koraa no ɔwɔ certificate no certificate yɛ ne ma asa what else does he even need
Hey,
obi ne
wafa.
obi atena wo obi ne obi atena wo 6 wo ka gyɛ me sɛ ɔnware na hwan ba na nka ɔbɛfa no ayɛ ne saa ɛgya ne si o na n'abusuafoɔ no ɔde ɔmo na ɔmo ne ti
Me nya ya je nua ba na me ma nyim ne be 4000 ma janesi wa. Na ko
wɔbɛte
bo se
ase
wi
a
atene sa nya fo sa.
ɔmo yɛ te sɛ deɛ akora ne firi ya sɛ ɔmo kɔfa no bɔɔla bi so na ɔmo de ne bɛma lumba what
yeah
is
be
that
the
ɛdeɛ no
odoboni ma me
Chief,
e fire officer
chief,
retired fire officer
mame ka sem che. Uni ma the
o na
property
bu
on mo
se no
pa
mo
hwe.
nya is this how
Se Lumba warrior no, ade ya mo pa hwe se Lumba warrior na ma UTV na se Adum TV ama ya broadcast am obi anu se e odoboni na paper no woko no. Enti omo nya ntumi na ben
Why?
ya mu video ya mu picture. O
Ya
me ya
kwa
wala
nko
na ma bushefo agye
blast
to mo say
aspect.
Na
Ya
me
kwa
na
nko blast
me
aspect.
ayi odobo nua me was you na mo argue ade bi na person bisa question say na hwan na catch say omo admit to evidence I just say evidence na say omo gitu
Asa e di
the fact
adwuma.
that if admitted na hwan say gitu it is obi adna evidence ba odi bia ba omo behwem nti wo evidence ball na wasesa ba ni nyina behwem de anya na yi ato akone it's as simple as that yeah admit it does not mean say ya
besides
atum
besides on the contest a woman yan to mukura na omo ka say the other
since one has
defendant they are
admission
not
tend
rejected
to
no omo ready at the content say one can't just say a fake as at that time or say pass it you use the evidence as never go any bra pass it through the right do is a certification anyway no never cover bra and yes what challenge you so document in your fake it is oh corner service one gaza corner afei dia wo de twe ho na wuntimi nya yi a wo say and the
Ebushia
ozen ka
nene
wo
de
so be
si
prove
Nigeria no matiana.
Ada
Hey,
hwana ni
baby, oh,
tiate.
mommy, boy,
Hwana ni
boy.
tiate.
dia semala
Obi etinte.
Ada ka bara. E ya je chuwai. Waira.
odobo na sin kunima na
I
odobo na
don't
din
really
kunima
see
na
you.
Nigeria
Ah, odobro ne di nkunu Nigeria.
Ah, Yesu adinkunim.
Huh?
Amen.
Ah,
How?
mekai.
How? Fashion.
O say how?
Fashion
Um,
boy.
dia na
Me
ko ye
main
dia
na
na
me
Nigeria
ka
ko
My
wo
ye
gist.
wasem.
My gist no.
Oh, just now almost say Papa be doctor be one ne like almost like Priscilla ne sister say what the there be no where you asumwa
Hey, odo ni nyano.
asempe ene wakoma bete Papa no a lady ne ma doctor Nitin I think since 1995.
Wow.
Na one na yire ne so like almost like sister ne bruni de pepepe. Ena papa ne maame ne separate ye no ne ketua ne netia kwapem so di wuye nti wuye na ketua ne se ompene maame no meye kuna ne bi. Ena maame ne se no no so beye kuna ne bi because ni kuna no so ne kuna ne papa no. No mde asem ne kɔ to mu twe asem na 5 years. Ene no ma akɔje o ma agyeje asem no. O mu gyeje asem na separation does not mean say aware ne egu ekwan ya omo fa so mu ware ye no a ye court aware no eho nsese omo kogu aware ye no enti na ire na ojaye kwakotena baby for all these years no ono eno ye the legit wife that is the breaking
And
news
yeah,
Yenimanu,
fashion
fashion
yedimu. And
yenimanu.
yeah, Nigeria matrimonial law. And yeah, Ghana yeah.
Okay
Fashion.
sagana
That
de
case
mpo
we
na
pa.
baby so de nkwanyi
Fashion.
Yeah,
anya
can't be
Ghana
one
okay
matrimonial
Debut.
laws.
Debut. Be an nipa no wetimi approving the certificate. Now all the no wetimi
Yes.
approve na.
And
Me
me
no no
pacho
na me
Priscilla,
dane ko.
Priscilla nso wankasa o maye mame
Ana
enye kunani
fashion.
bi me
That case
pacho.
we no. Omie no ware ordinance of Nigeria ho na o. Enti ware
there
ordinance so if say patch member. If I say
Also there be
bia
man also there be nyanto base. Also
what
there
am
be who
patch
are
ka be
ordinance
ka
for
sen
infa.
bi.
aha sɛ wɔyɛ unsemeka set sɛ broni ne sister baako no
Difference no ne
but
say
one thing one
anka
no when
Lumba
yɛ ne ho adeɛ wɔ fie ɛna na
matewase.
panyin ne sɛ
Ana ono say
ordinance
ordinance of Nigeria ho na. Ana
aha
And
me ka
Nigeria.
say say
Nigeria
assuming
hɔ
say nke bi anka
Aha.
Lumba ne akosa say why ordinance of Ghana ha. Ye ko Ghana marriage registry be hu evidence ho a. Kuma se ne nka say ko fifa ba bebrebe say fasa na man ko.
Debbie.
Say person hu
yeah
say no kra no an say akọ marriage registry akọ records mu. Say na ware bi wo ho between Lumba any akosa say so simple.
No, simple.
Ampasa Lumba worry akosia sewa ordinance any marriage be after Lumba yes ordinance no without divorce no course ni jintum enti akosia say odobodi anware no yan jintum but in this case ma me na ntimi improve in civil or ordinance marriage no enti any course no kwa chair bi course ni kwa chair no odd ever say customary marriage be in 1991 which in my opinion no course na kasa the name saba intika in effect na ko divorce because others all don't sako if anyone just say
Hello.
ko divorce
Hello.
but when the court ni say or because of that customary marriage no so first when
Hello.
me improve ordinance ni there's no way court meet me really amount what you
Hello.
say
na kachire
Nigeria born the na sister ne kana no pa imitie ye. Na try say ono ne de no. Enya panyinu no na osi oma aketua no nso enye eyiro.
ah
Ketewa
ketwa no
na
ne
Ketewa no
boa
na se panyinu no nya yiri free say.